G'day everyone, back from holidays and brought back a souvenir. It's a handmade ukulele. Talk about that in a moment. The web store's back open. Had to switch it off when I'm on holidays, and as well as my day job, I've got to do a few modifications to my day job because otherwise I just get a lot of work and I don't really have much of a holiday. There's just no break. I just keep going, and I get back from a holiday and I feel like I need to take another one. This time I had to switch everything off, and I've come back refreshed and recharged. Sorry for any inconvenience. If you need to place an order, you can now. The store's back open. So I want to talk about this ukulele. Actually, we went on our holiday to tropical North Queensland, which is the tip of Australia. If you have a look on a map, you'll see where that is, up near Cairns. And it's a very pretty place, as the name suggests. It's quite tropical. It's getting close to the equator, palm trees, nice weather, beaches, all that sort of stuff, which is a lovely change from Melbourne at the moment, which is freezing cold. It was a nice little break. I've actually got a bit of colour, I think, going in my skin. I can see a slight bit of a suntan. When we're up there, we're at the Port Douglas market, and this ukulele caught, well, a whole bunch of ukuleles caught my attention. There's a ukulele maker up there called Stefan Barber, and he had a stall there and he was selling them, and I just thought, what the hell, because I was kind of thinking about getting a ukulele in the past, and I saw those then. I thought, you know, if they're well made and they look like the right thing for me, I might get one. So I was talking to Stefan, wanted to make sure that I was what I was getting was the right thing, because when you're at a market, you could buy something like a jewel, a diamond or an opal or whatever, and they tell you it's one thing but it's something else. You can get ripped off. So I wanted to make sure that he knew what he was doing as far as making the ukuleles, and his experience, and just suss him out in general, as you do generally do at a market. Well, I do anyway. After speaking to him for a pretty short time, I was pretty confident that I wasn't going to buy something that wasn't worth what he was asking for. And since then, playing the guitar has confirmed that even further, because this thing is just such a lovely ukulele to play. I'm not a ukulele player, so I apologise if I've insulted your ears at the start of the video. I only know a few chords and some basic finger work that we do with guitars. I've just sort of transposed that to ukulele, which I'm fairly certain is not how you play one. But I just want to give you an example of the tone, and again, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick up on how good this thing actually sounds. I didn't mic it up. I'm in a bit of a hurry actually getting this video out, because I've got to upload it in approximately a couple of hours. Take my word for it, sounds beautiful. And it's made from some really nice woods as well, which I'll talk about in a moment too. Stefan signs his work. You can see on the headstock there. He signs all his work, and the little colourful butterfly is again a throwback to a tropical place. I guess that's a Queensland butterfly. He's got a little website too if you want to look at some of the other things he's done. Quite simple website, but have a look and see some of his other work. I hope he doesn't mind me giving him these plugs. I can't imagine he would, but I'll check with him. I'm sure he won't mind. So the woods that it's made of is the back is actually, you can see there's quite some orange streaks through the back there. Is actually mango wood. Mango obviously being the fruit, so it's a fruit tree wood, which apparently is supposed to be good for, I don't know if it's guitars or small guitars, but apparently fruit tree woods are supposed to be good for one or the other or both. It caught my attention, the wood grain, the colours in the wood, and just sort of having an instrument that's kind of associated with a tropical place, having been made from a tropical wood. That was one of the big things that drew me to this particular guitar that he had. Every guitar he makes, he told me, he makes individually. One doesn't look the same as the other, they're all unique. This one was the one that stood out for me. a lot because of the mango wood. I thought was quite unique. I mean, you can go down to a guitar shop and buy a ukulele. You might get one that's built on the same sort of to the same sort of spec, or what would you say, level of quality. Maybe it has a few extra features, but I wanted something that was a bit unique. And well, to be honest, it just feels a bit special than just going down to a music shop and buying something that's just been cranked out from a factory, along with 100,000 other units. You know, I've got serial number 110569 sort of thing. You know, it just feels like it's been something that's a little bit unique, and I was actually prepared to pay more for that, because you know, I mean, these days we're just surrounded by stuff that's just cranked out by factories, and just to have something that you know has been handmade by somebody, they put their blood, sweat and tears into it, it makes it feel a bit unique. And that's actually one of the reasons why I want to talk about the ukulele, because that kind of goes back to what we do with building guitar pedals. When you buy a guitar pedal, you can get something that's unique sounding. Something's been modded, been tweaked, been changed to your liking. Some people will build pedals to your liking. If you ask them, can you do this and add a mod? Can you cut back the highs on this, or can you add a control to do this or that? So you get something that's a bit different. Again, it's not just something that's been cranked out by a factory. It's a little bit special. That appeals to me. It doesn't appeal to everybody, but it appeals to me. I like that idea of personalizing, I guess, might be the right word. So yeah, so the back's mango wood, and the top is actually a wood called Hue and Pine, which I didn't actually know anything about until I bought this guitar. I'd heard about it a few times in the past, but I'd forgotten actually what it was. And then I looked it up again and refreshed my memory. What little I actually knew about it. It's actually a Tasmanian. It's a Tasmanian pine, and it's a very well sought after pine. I think it was maybe in the 80s that they were harvesting the trees, until they realised how old some of these Hue and Pine trees are. I think from memory they go back 500 or 1,000 years, and obviously once they found that, the conservation brain of the government kicked in, and you can no longer harvest Hue and Pine trees. So how was this made with Hue and Pine? Well, Stefan actually told me when I was there that he's got a large reserve of these woods from that era, the 80s, I think he said. So he's still got some of this, and he's still working through his stock with that sort of wood. So that's how he's got it. But you can't buy you can't buy the wood anymore. You know, it just takes so long to grow. Apparently they used it a lot with shipbuilding. I'll just zoom in a bit to some of the wood so you can see the texture. So it's a very smooth texture. Apparently it's supposed to be good for crafting. It's supposed to be very craftable, because I guess it doesn't have much grain. That's the back. You can see the orange streaks for the mango wood, and Stefan was actually saying as he was cutting the wood, it smelt of mango. It must have some of the oil still in the wood. So it's as I said, I've been playing it for quite a while now, and it's just such a beautiful sounding guitar. I wish he made full-size guitars, because I tell you what, I don't think I'd hesitate buying one off him. He's just done such a beautiful job with this guitar, and it's just got such a beautiful tone. So that was it with the ukulele. I just wanted to mention something I bought while I was on my holidays, to say that I'm back in town, and the web store's back up again. And yeah, do it yourself. Isn't it a wonderful thing? Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more.